Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to my channel. I'm super excited to be sharing with you today my table gifts that I'm creating for Onstage in Melbourne in March. So Onstage is a Stampin Up Demonstrator only event where we get together, we get to see the new catalogue, we get to craft together, have fun together. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, and when we sit at tables, I like to, be able to give some gifts out to the people who sit down with us. So I really hope that they enjoy this little handbag. It's super gorgeous. I'm using the delightfully Eclectic DSP. I've got in cardstock basic black, basic white, thick and real red, and we're using real red ink. For my sets, I'm using the Circle Sayings stamp set, which you can find that on page 17 of the catalogue, the annual catalogue. And I'm also using the Celebrate Tags dies. Now, I didn't realise until getting ready to do the voiceover for this video that the Celebrate Tags is actually retired. It doesn't matter. I'm fine with that. I could have used, if I'd known, I could have used the stylish shape dies for my circle die cut, and there's plenty of heart die cuts and die punches that I could have used, so it's not that big of a deal. You can still create this card or this project, it's fine. Anyway, so we're starting off with a piece of that delightfully Eclectic DSP. This is a huge pack. It's 3 by 11 inches. We need a strip of the basic black cardstock, which is 1/2 inch by 11 inches. So I'm just going to create that little strip. And then for the base of the bag, we need a piece of basic black cardstock, which measures 3 by 5. Is that correct? Yeah, 3 by 5 inches. So we're going to create the base, and then this is a really simple bag because when you create the base, you wrap your DSP around it, then you're going to wrap the base trim around to give it that extra stability, and then we're going to add handles, and it's so simple, really, really simple. So to start off with, to create our base of the bag, we're going to score that 3 by 5 at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. So very basic box. It's a really small box, but that's all we need. We just need that base to give it that stability. Once we have all these scored at 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to use my bone folder and get nice crisp score lines, and then we're going to cut up to each of those score lines on the short side. So and then we can just create that little bit of a side cut. So what would you call that? My brain is not working, people. A little slither. We'll cut a slither out. And then to pop this box part together, I'm going to use tear and tape. Now, tear and tape is my friend with this sort of thing. It's a super strong adhesive. It also stays really strong. Now, I created 6 of these because I'm pretty sure every other time that we've had an Onstage get together, there is 6 on the table. So I'm really hoping that I haven't made that I've made enough, but we'll see how we go. I'm actually filling these with little treats and gifts, so I think when you're sitting there, something to munch on is always a good thing. So I've got lots and lots of gifts to go inside. So we're just going to add some tear and tape to each 4 of these tabs, and this is the right side up. That will help the box to be able to be adhered. If you put it on the wrong side, it's not going to adhere together. So you're just going to line those edges up, and with that backing tape of the tear and tape, I find using my Take My Pick tool with the pokey tool end, that lifts those backings off super quick and easy. Now, all the supplies that I've used on today's card, you can see them on my post. So if you head to the description of this video, you can go over to my blog post where you'll find more information. And if you would like to create this little project, you certainly can, because it's super easy. So we're just going to start on the sides. We're going to apply the tear and tape all the way around. I'm actually putting 2 layers, so the top and bottom. I want to make sure that the sides of the DSP is nice and well stuck down. So just peeling off a little bit at a time. We're going to start on the side, and you want the edge, because we're adding handles to this bag, you want to make sure that the sides meet on the ends of the DSP meet on the sides. Hopefully that makes sense. And we're just laying this up against the bottom of that little box that we've created. With the ending here, I'm just going to add a little bit more tear and tape, so to the side of each of the edges of the DSP, as well as that end bit as well. So I've probably used more tear and tape than needs to be, but again, I am traveling to Melbourne and then I've got to get them to the center, so I want to make sure that they are not falling apart before I get there, and they're going to be able to come just as beautiful as I've created them. I'm also using my bone folder to really push those edges all down. That will ensure that, you know, the bag stays together really well. I'm going to add another layer of tear and tape starting at the sides, and then this is where that little 1/2 inch strip of basic black can be placed along the edges. Now, if I was super fancy, I could emboss that piece. That would look really nice embossed, actually. Or we have certain dies that can create a nice little effect with it as well. So, you know, you can jazz this up a little bit more if you have a bit more time. And there is our little bag. Super quick, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to use a couple of punches from my stash. I've got the 1 3/4 inch circle and the 2 3/8 inch circle. Now you can use dies for this. Obviously you'll have to do this before putting the box together, or the bag together, if you're using dies, but I'm sure we all have punches in our stash. Now the great thing is you could use any 2 size punches that you have, as long as, you know, you're using the same. You need one bigger than the other. And then with my 2 3/8, which is my largest punch, I need 4 of those circle punches. So I'm just going to punch out 4 of those in that one piece of scrap, a basic black. We're also going to need to come back in with that smaller punch, which is 1 3/4, and that's what we've cut from our bag. And I've just doubled over a piece of copy paper, so I'm actually punching 2 out at the same time. Now this is a really clever trick if you want to make sure that if you're punching from the center of a shape, that you're going to get the same mirror image for both. Because we're layering them together, I wanted to make sure that they are very well mirrored. So I'm just using repositional glue to attach my 2 circles together, and then I'm going to pop the copy paper one in the middle, and that's going to be my guide for punching out the centers. So we're going to move these to the side. We're going to come back in with our basic white thick cardstock and our real red. I'm going to die cut a little heart and a little circle from that Celebrate Tags die set that's retired, but use what you have in your stash, or, you know, use something that is in the catalogue now. We've got the stylish shape dies, we've got lots and lots of hearts, dies and punches available. Okay, so I'm going to bring my die cut machine in and quickly do those, and then we're going to come back with those circles and die cut the circle piece out with that 1 3/4 inch punch. Now, if you really like this project, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up, if you hit the subscribe button, ask me any questions that you'd like, maybe share this video with your friends and family, and if you haven't hit subscribe, please do that as well. If you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used on today's project, you can certainly purchase them in my online store, and I would love it if you did. I've got some really wonderful benefits for all my customers who purchase with me this month in March. You will receive the customer, or the free customer card, which is from the Everyday Details bundle. You'll also receive the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for March, which is using the Perennial Lavender suite. 12 amazing, beautiful projects with full color photos, all the instructions and measurements, everything that you need. Now, if you're purchasing in my online store using the host code and your order is over $65 in product before postage, what I'll actually send you as well, in addition to those free gifts, will be March's tutorial bundle. March's tutorial bundle has 50 projects, so you're getting lots of inspiration there. Full color photos, instructions, measurements, supplies lists, everything there. Some even have videos, which is awesome. So great lot of inspiration there, just for shopping with me each month. Now, if you would like a discount on your Stampin' Up supplies, you could join my team and purchase the starter kit. When you purchase the starter kit through me, you'll be part of my INKY Stampers team. And guess what? You'll get the tutorial bundles, Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial and the monthly tutorial bundle absolutely free, just for being part of my wonderful team each month. If you live outside of Australia or you already purchased through another demonstrator, you can get those tutorial bundles by instant download over on my blog. So there's a link in the description of this video that will take you over to PayPal, and you can purchase them for an instant download. So lots of different options there. Okay, so I've punched this circle out of each of those 4 lots of circles. We're going to adhere one circle to the outside layer, and then once I have that in position, we're going to add glue to the second circle that lines up perfectly with it. So make sure you don't mix your circles around, and we can line that circle back up. This is a really great idea, because if you've ever done this before, and I've done it plenty of times where I've punched out the inside of a shape and they don't line up. So this is a great tip to remember. Use your scrap paper, put them together and die cut or punch them together so they match up and mirror perfectly. And we're going to do this with both sides. So and this really creates that bag look. Like, it's a absolute gorgeous, really cute, and it holds it all together. And because we've got 2 layers of our handles, they're super sturdy as well. So I can put a little bit of weight inside the bag if needed. And you know, I've got lots of different lollies and chocolates, a little bar going inside. So yeah, it'll hold up to a fair bit of weight. So I'm so excited for Onstage. Our in-person events are back, and this is a 3-day event in Melbourne, over a 3-day event. And yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I've got a couple of team members coming, so we're going to have a ball. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So, and we're just going to layer this second piece of our handle together. And I thought, you know, like, it's a great way of meeting people. If I haven't met these fellow demonstrators that sit at the table that I'm sitting at, it's a great, you know, icebreaker to be able to give them a gift. They'll remember me because, you know, I've, you know, created this little gift, but it's a great way of meeting new friends. And, you know, that's one thing with our Stampin' Up events, is you're meeting new friends, and it's always so much fun. I love it. So to finish off this bag, we're going to create a little sentiment piece. So I've got my little die cut circle from Basic White Thick cardstock and our Real Red Heart. I'm going to stamp the sentiment from that Celebrate with Tags, the Circle Sayings stamp set in Real Red ink. And I'm going to sort of layer it so it's sort of at the top but fits in either side. It just fits in that circle, which is fantastic. And then we're going to pop up our little heart with some dimensionals. I'm going to add a rhinestone after I've added a little bit of Wink Stella. So we want that little pop and shine with the Wink Stella, and then that little rhinestone that gives us that little jewel and gem. And then I'm using the silver ribbon from the gold and silver ribbon combo. It's in the online exclusives if you would like to get that ribbon. Gorgeous. Comes in the 2 colors. It's really a good size. I really like that size of ribbon. So I'm just going to create a nice little bow with that and attach it to the tag with a mini glue dot. To add it to the bag, I'm using a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals, and we have it. That's our project for today. Now I'm going to try and actually pop a bag together, take a photo of it so I can pop it on the end of this video so you can see the end result. Honestly, I will not be popping anything inside them until I get down to Melbourne, just because it's going to be a lot easier than trying to travel with these little gifts that, you know, I can't really rein in because they're a weird size, but everything's going to be falling out of them. So we're going to put them together once I get down there. And you know, I'm very lucky. We live only a couple of hours from Melbourne, so we'll be, myself and my mum actually is coming down, and we're going down on the train, so super excited for that. That's going to be, you know, a little added bonus because, you know, I don't have to travel through Melbourne in a car and do all that. I'll just be able to relax and enjoy the train ride in. So it's going to be great. We're going to have 3 or 4 nights away. Right, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 3 nights away. So it's going to be really, really good. So once we have that down, we're going to pop the whole tag up with dimensionals. I did sort of think about maybe creating like a chain. You know, those fancy bags that have got the chain with the tag. But, you know, I'm really happy how it turned out. So yeah, now if I do get to meet you at Onstage in Melbourne, you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'm excited to meet you, so please come and introduce yourself. And yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed today's little project, and maybe you can create some for yourself. You know, you can change it to be a Christmas bag, a birthday bag, so many different ideas that you could do. So I would love it if you created one. Alright everyone, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate everyone spending a bit of time with me today. I'll be back with another video really soon for you, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.